Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to your monthly Thronebreaker EQ that is going to be Grey Matter for this month. The first boss is going to be a Phoenix with Escalating Fury, Enhanced Incinerate, Powerful from Afar, Inside Out and Snowballing. I'm going to take her out with a Kushala here, so all you need is to keep the buffs on her below 3 because if she goes above 3 buffs, she will not take any damage. So champions with Neutralize, Stagger, Nullify are going to be the best tools against her. And also try not to push Phoenix up to 3 bars of power. But with all the power gain in the SP2 she might get there. But don't worry, you can eat 2 or 3 specials and still get a solo on her. So it is a pretty straightforward fight. You notice that I'm not doing any damage and there's an indestructible active. So what I need to do is to remove those buffs from her, and as soon as I remove them, look at her taking damage. So just spam your SP1s or just bring a nullified champion that can easily nullify and you should be able to get through this fight. She might get to an SP3, look at that, she's up to an SP2, so I just have to evade a bit. And also as soon as I go away from her, I create a bit of distance, she gets a power gain. So this fight can be a little bit annoying, but good part is can be easily done. And once you get a lot of those debuffs or damage, or you remove those buffs off of her, she takes damage very quickly. So check this out. There is 10 incinerates, and I'm gonna throw one more SP1 and nullify the remaining buffs with 16 of them. Look at her taking damage. She's just ticking down so fast. It's inevitable that you're gonna push her to an SP3, but that is fine. Just take that damage. Just make sure that she doesn't have much furies, otherwise the SP3 will do a lot of damage. If you keep nullifying, you should be able to take Phoenix out. And there she goes. Kushala just melted her away. Chapter 1.2, it's a very quick boss by Cable, and the nodes are going to be Escalating Prowess, Feats of Energy, Power Buildup, Power Overflow, and On the Prowl. So he's going to gain a lot of power, so you need a champion that can easily control power and control the prowess. So probably your infamous Iron Run would be a great option for this one. I am just going to use an Iron Heart and I'm going to spam my SP1s. That should be enough to bring him down. He might go to an SP3, so I have to keep baiting the SP2 out. I just got very lucky there. And yeah, this fight is pretty straightforward Cable fight, but it's all about the power control. You can control the power and prowess, you are going to get less damage. So Ironheart is not probably the best option for this path. Some options that can work are going to be your Warlock, your infamous Iron Man. You can also bring in Jack-o'-lantern. Another great champion that can be is Dr. Octopus. So all of these champions can work. So power control is the name of the game. And moving on to 2.1, we are going to have Beast with Kinetic Transference, Redlining, Enhanced Parry, Bullet Time, Footloose, and Languor. So way this fight works that if you're going to parry Beast, he is also going to get he's also going to give you a power gain charge and also an evade charge. So the best way is just hold your block and let him throw a heavy attack and you can retaliate. Do not parry at all, and this fight should be easy. But remember, there is going to be Footloose, so he's going to use a special, he's going to go unstoppable and he's going to get an evade charge. Just dance around until they are going to be, until the cooldown on them finishes and you can run them out. And remember that there's also Redlining and Languor. So if you get to 0 power, you're going to take a bit of damage. So always throw a special when you have 1.5 bars of power. And do not go above 2 bars of power because of Redlining, you will be power drained to 0. And the Languor node will give you a lot of damage. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. This is the fight. Any champion on tech can work for this one. And then moving on to chapter 2.2, we are going to have a Warlock here. Now this Warlock is going to have Power Armor, Enhanced Parry, Power Reversal, Electric Defense, and Armor Break Immunity. So he's going to have armor break immunity, so there's no point bringing champions that can armor break. But remember that he has power reversal. So whenever you will gain a power gain charge, your power will be reversed and will lose all your power. So remember not to parry him. Just hold your block just like the last one. So I'm holding my block and just going in with the 5-hit combo. And that's it. As long as I don't gain a power gain on me, I should be fine. So the enhanced parry can more be of a hindrance if you use your parry in this fight. So just hold your block, bait out the heavy attack, and you should be good. There's also electric defense, so Warlock is going to deal damage to you and burn your power. So make sure you bring a cosmic champion that can bypass that. So both the Venoms, your Gallon, your Hulkling, Gladiator, all of these champions work. Even Annihilus is also a good option, so make sure you bring in the right champion for that. And now we are moving to chapter 3.1. This is going to be the new champion Jean Grey with Calming Rest, Delirious and Dashing, Cleansing Contact, Squeaky Clean, and Prey on the Weak. You have to bring in a champion that is reverse control immune. Now you can go ahead and avoid the reverse control here. You can play around the reverse control here, but I would suggest not to do that. Just bring in the reverse control champion and make your life easy. So Prey on the Weak and Squeaky Clean along with Delirious and Dashing. The champions that I would recommend are going to be your Professor X, your Mr. Sinister, and when it comes to attack, Jack-o'-lantern is immune to reverse control, and also Ironheart. Until she has an armor up, she is going to be immune to reverse control. Once you have the reverse control, the specials are very easy to evade from Jean Grey. So just now she is going to throw her special attack. Let's wait it out. It's just you can easily kind of distance it out. Now remember that her weakness is energy resistance, because all of her damage is energy. So if you bring in energy resistance champions, that can also help you. And also damage over time effects really melt her very quick. Look at those damage over time stacking. So Ironheart is kind of an amazing counter for her. Just made a mistake there, just dashed onto the last hit of the SP2. But other than that, it's a pretty simple fight to take down. If you bring in a reverse control, rest is easier to deal with. And finally, we have a Bastion on 3.2. I actually like the guy really a lot. If I pull him, I'm going to use my Awakening Gem on him. The nodes are going to be Armor and Charge, Technovirus Infection, Cross Counter, Heavy Hands, and Bubble Shield. So for the Bubble Shield, if you block 10 hits, the 11 hit you try to block will be unblockable, so be careful about that. And the way the Techno Infection works is very similar to how the Infection of Warlock works. You have to have unique buffs on you so you can mitigate any kind of effects from the infection. So I just brought in a Venom, and you know that over time he will build up all of those unique buffs, and that will help me out. You can also bring in Odin pre-fights with Cosmic Champions to make it super easy. Just remember, there is going to be a cross counter whenever Bastion is going to use a special attack. So just be ready for that, and you will have to knock down Bastion with a heavy attack. Both the specials can be easily evaded, so nothing to worry about there. Yeah, pretty straightforward to deal with. Let him throw a special attack here. That's SP1, and notice that there is a cross counter charge on us. I'm just going to use a striker and use my heavy, and there we go. So just make sure you do that. I should be able to get through this fight relatively easy. Thanks for joining in, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back again with the Paragon Gauntlet and the side quest, so stay tuned for that. And apart from that, I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye!